Babe, $1 million idea. We're gonna sell raw, unpasteurized cow's milk.
You really think somebody's gonna buy that?
We're gonna be rich. Cody.
And this is Jesse.
And this is
Tubes Time.
Alright, so while the milk may not actually be making us filthy rich, we have been able to sell it.
That's right, and that's what today's video about. Us just telling you our experience with selling raw cow milk from our homestead.
Alright, so before we actually let you guys know how selling the milk is going for us, we thought we'd let you know our expectations for selling the milk in the first place, and it was not by any means to get rich.
No, not at all. Our main goal was to have enough raw cow milk sales to pay for the cow feed on our property, to pay to feed our cows.
Alright, so before we started selling this stuff, we had quite a few concerns, and one of the first questions was, will people even buy this stuff?
Yes, is there a demand for it in our area? We had no way of really knowing that, so that trying to sell it was going to be an experiment on our part. It was just going to be a learning experience. So we were hoping that people wanted to buy it, but there was no way to know if anyone wants that because it's not on like Walmart shelf. So it's just that other farms, and there were no farms locally really selling it around here.
Next question. Is it even legal to sell this stuff?
Yeah, and that is a legitimate question that you would want to ask before ever buying a family milk cow. Depending on which state you're in, laws vary tremendously, and it is illegal in some states to sell raw cow milk. But fortunately, we can sell it here in Arkansas where we live. And so we actually looked into that before ever purchasing our cow because we knew there's no possible way we're going to be able to drink all the milk. Can we at least have a way to sell it? And the short answer is yes, we can.
So after doing as much market research as we thought we could do, May rolls around of 2021 and boom, our calf is here.
And that meant lots and lots and lots of milk.
Time to sell this stuff. So what did we do? A few phone calls to some friends that had already told us they may or may not be interested in milk, and she posted one post I think on Facebook, and now we have so much clientele I don't know what to even do with it. So we have basically like a waiting list. Like if they drop off, please let us know because we would like to get milk from you guys.
We're actually having to turn people down weekly from how much milk is selling on the property. So the answer to the question of was there a demand? Yes, there's a very high demand in our area, and more than likely there's a high demand in your area too. It is well sought after. In some states it is very expensive. Some states they will pay $15, $20 a gallon. Unfortunately, it doesn't go that high around here. We sell our milk for $6 a gallon.
Which is
decent.
Plenty. It's plenty for us. Being our goal in the first place was just to pay for our cows to be here and our cows feed. The $6 a gallon is plenty with the clientele that we have, because we basically ended up needing enough. The feed that we need for our cows costs somewhere around $25 a week. Yeah, so our total feed cost for every week is around $25, give or take. And that's, sometimes you'll need a mineral block, things like that. Right. And we are feeding 5 cows with that. So $100 a month for us feeds 5 cows. And so our goal was to just be able to pay for that feed cost with the raw cow milk sales. And so that meant at $6 a gallon that we needed to sell around 5 gallons of milk a week. And we have had no problem doing that, only milking Autumn once a day. Autumn's our milk cow on the property. If you haven't watched our other videos, check those out. Check it out.
But yeah, so milking her once a day, we are able to get somewhere between 14 to 17 gallons of milk a week. And so we still have plenty after selling 5 gallons to be able to sell more. So for our regular clientele that we have weekly coming, we sell about 7 gallons every week, no questions asked. They come at a regular scheduled time to our farm to buy our milk. And then we also have random random people every week just come and try it. And so we have no problem selling extra milk. I actually have a waiting list of people to contact if we have extra milk that week.
Right.
So we are so thankful for that. And so not only is it paying for feed costs, it'll also pay for shots and worming, things that we have to buy.
Yeah, so based on how things went for us, one quick, easy market research thing that you could do before you get your milk cow, if you're wondering if the raw milk will even sell in your areas, just to do a quick Facebook post. And we got so much responses on that. I think that would be a great tool to use.
Yeah, it might actually shock you how many of your friends and family would want to purchase the milk, especially when you let them know the health benefits of it, because it really does sell itself. Okay, so now that you know that the milk is paying for our feed for our cows, I kind of just want to explain exactly what the process of selling the raw cow milk looks like. Here, where we are, the clients must come to our farm to purchase the milk. We cannot sell it like at a farmer's market. They have to come to our homestead to buy it. And what that means is they either need to bring their own container, or you're going to be supplying containers for them to bring the milk back and forth to you. What we have opted to do is sell it in glass half-gallon jars. Now, it is kind of hard to come by these jars, so if clientele have a different jar, they're more than welcome to bring them, and we will pour our milk into those. But this has worked out well for us. If people do not have a container, they'll buy the jars from us. And these cost us right around $4 a jar if they have to be bought individually. Sometimes you can get them in a 6-pack and it'll be more like $2 a jar. But because sometimes we can only find them individually, we do charge our customers $4 a jar if they want to use our jars. But then they just bring them back every week and we refill them or just exchange them. And
if they're the exact same jars that we have, or they bought them from us in the first place, it's a whole lot more convenient that way if you can convince your clients of this, because they can bring their jars in. People clean them the best they can, but they don't always show up as clean and as sanitary as we actually like to keep them.
Yes, sometimes they stink.
Yeah.
And so it's much better if I can just hand them a jar that I filled up with milk that we knew was sanitized and cleaned properly, and then I can sanitize and clean the jar that they gave back to me. And
it's one less exposure to air that the milk has to air or to another container, because you're not having to take your jar and filter it out into their jar. That's just one more path of contamination that you're avoiding doing it this way. So
yes, so that's how it goes with us. And so we have scheduled times. We don't just have anybody anytime show up at the property and say, hey, I want some milk. No, I can't run our household like that. I would go crazy. Way more private than that. We keep our gates locked, but people have scheduled times they come and pick up our milk, and that has worked really well for us.
That's also kind of how we base the entire point of calf sharing, which is what we do, where we leave the calf on all day and just separate them at night. The whole point of that is to give us a little bit of freedom.
Yes.
So if we know when certain clients are coming, which day and which time, that gives us the freedom. If we don't have a client scheduled for the next day,
and we don't need milk,
then we want to stay out late on a date or something like that, or stay the night over at some friend's house, or whatever the case may be, or we're just being really lazy, we don't have to get up and milk the cow. So having a schedule is huge.
That lets me know our next video will be about calf sharing and how that's going, and you'll want to check that out, because that is my absolute favorite thing about having a family milk cow at this point, is learning how to calf share and learning that there is freedom and you're not tied to your homestead if you do calf sharing. And I know that that's what so many other families would want if they were first getting into this. You don't want to have to be tied down. So check out the video coming.
That's definitely going to have to be the next video. Yeah. You guys will like that one.
But
sure.
I hope you enjoyed this video. We love selling our cow milk. We love drinking our cow milk.
Making things with our cow milk.
And so just watch future videos to see exactly how having a family milk cow is going on our homestead.
Thank you so much for watching, guys, and God bless you.